Eleanor was born with a very rare genetic condition called osteoauto-hepatic enteric syndrome. Essentially, she was born with intestinal failure, so she couldn't eat, she had chronic diarrhoea, and she was very unwell. The only way for her to survive was on parenteral nutrition, which is a form of nutrition and hydration that bypasses the digestive system and goes directly into the bloodstream. Parenteral nutrition kept Eleanor alive, but it was also slowly killing her by causing liver disease. Her liver became so unwell that her team said that she was going to need a transplant to survive. Eleanor underwent assessments through the transplant team down at King's College, London, and it was agreed that she would be listed for a small bowel, colon and liver transplant. We waited, and unfortunately Eleanor's liver disease progressed and she became quite unwell. So her transplant team made adjustments to her listing to try and speed up the phone call, essentially. And we got the phone call, which was such a relief because I was so scared that we were going to lose her while we were waiting for organs. But it's such an emotional day. I didn't know if she was going to get through the surgery. I didn't know if that was the day that I'd lose my little girl. The day we got to the hospital, we had a lot of additional tests that were done, and there was no guarantee that actually the operation would go ahead because the surgeons had to go and check that the organs would be suitable as well. But we got lucky and the surgery went ahead, and it was a really, really difficult surgery because my daughter was not very well at all. So it was 12 hours, an absolutely agonising wait. The transplant coordinator would call every couple of hours to let us know how things were going and give us an update. But yeah, it'd just be sat waiting for that next phone call.
Pick it and blow it.
And she got through it and she went into recovery, and the team were amazing. She had a really rough ride. She was in hospital for 5 months. She had several complications from the surgery, but now she's absolutely thriving. Like, she's a completely different child. She's growing. She's able to walk now. She was so small. She had no muscle before the operation. She's now got muscles on her legs. She's walking. The cheek that she's got, the faces she pulls. She's just going from strength to strength. And without that family on that day saying yes, I honestly don't know if she'd be here, because she was getting so poorly. I really was worried that we'd lose her while she was waiting. So yeah, I'm just eternally grateful to our donor family for saying yes, and they've given the most precious gift of all. You know, it really is the gift of life. And I've promised myself that we, as a family, will honour that decision, and we will live life to the full, and we will make every day with Eleanor count. I would urge families out there to have a discussion about organ transplantation and organ donation, because it really can make such a huge difference to particularly children on the waiting list. It's not something any family ever wants to think of, that they might lose their child. But if the worst was to happen, you know, if organ donation was a consideration, you could really make a difference to another family, and something good can come out of something so terrible. Because this little girl wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that family.